Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch. This is the project we're making today. Okay, so this is week 8 of the 12 weeks of Halloween, and the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, pause, or rewind. If you need anything, let me know, and I hope you enjoy the video. So we are using, what's the name of this paper? Magic in This Night Designer Series paper, and it measures 8.5 by 11. We're using 3 sets of dies tonight. We're using Halloween Magic, the Stitch Shapes, and the Stitch So Sweetly. And these are the 3 pieces that we're using from those 3 sets. We are once again using the Ghoulish Goodies. I swear when I went to create this project today, I needed a really big, I wanted a really big Halloween greeting. And this fits the bill. I think I've only used it once during the 12 weeks of Halloween, so I don't think I've overused it, but I used the cat, and I've used the witch and the kitty cat. So I've actually used it quite a bit, but not the same images. Okay, so enough talking. Let me give you the rest of the supplies. Like I said, Magic in This Night Designer Series paper, 8.5 by 11. And then we're going to be using a scrap piece to cut out our bats. And then we've got some silver foil and some Whisper White. Okay, so let's start with stamping first. I'm going to take my Memento ink and open it up. Try to not get it on myself. And stamp. I love the font. I wish I could write like that. Okay, so we're gonna take the bats and cut that out. And we're gonna cut the greeting out with this one. And then we're gonna cut the silver foil out with this one. I'm gonna turn it over so that it doesn't glare. And we are going to get the stamping cut and emboss machine real quick. I am much better this week. Thanks, Dolores. I am much better. Now that that other house is empty, I feel like I have an elephant off my back. I just felt so overwhelmed. It's not often that I get that overwhelmed. I'm a pretty strong person, but whew, man, this year, 2020, it just needs to go on and get out. Okay, so we've got plate number 1, plate number 2, plate number 5, and we're going to start with the bat. So I'm just going to lay it there and then cut these out. So I'm trying to make sure that I've got them lined up. I love this magnetic cutting pad. It's so fabulous. There's no need for, I'm just trying to put plate number 3 on top. I don't stamp well sitting down. I may have to change my whole configuration of my room. I think most people either sit or they stand, but how many of you do both? Okay, so there's my bats. Perfectly cut out. You could fussy cut them if you didn't buy the dies. I'm going to set these over here, and now we'll cut out the greeting and the foil. Let's see if we can do both at the same time. So there's the greeting, and here's the foil. There's no way I could create setting down, but I think I can do my video setting down. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, my sister is still driving right now. I just called to check on her. She is still about a couple hours away from getting home. Bless her heart. Okay, what just fell? I don't know. Okay, so there's our images or our pieces. I probably should turn that over. Now we're going to take the Simply Scored scoring tool. And I want to make sure, so I'm going to place it on the 8.5 inch side, which I call the portrait side. And you want to make sure, if you want your bats to be in the right direction instead of sideways or upside down, you want to make sure that the bottom of the bats is on the left side of your Simply Scored scoring tool, okay? And what we're going to do is score this at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. And then we're going to turn it on the landscape side, and we're going to score it at 3, 4, 7, and 8. So we're going to leave it just like that on the landscape side. Okay, I think y'all can hear me now, right? Yes. Okay, so notice how this part here is tall and this part here is short. Or this is the tall side, this is the short side, okay? So I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to line up this score line in the track, and I'm going to line up the bottom of this score line in the track, okay? So it's a little tricky seeing if you've got a lot of lights on like I do right now. And then cut at an angle. So that scraps. Now we want to do the same thing on the opposite side. So I'm going to flip it over. Oh, goodness gracious. I might never see that line. Let's see. The paper's so beautiful, but it's hard to see the score lines. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see. Right there. There's that one. And then here's this one, I think. Is it? Yes. Okay, it's right there. And cut. Hopefully I didn't mess up. Nope, I didn't. Okay, perfect. So that's how it looks right now. We're going to take our bone folder, and now we're going to fold on all of those score lines. So, and then burnish with your bone folder. Okay, this is how it looks right now, okay? From both sides. Now we're going to take our scissors and notice there's 2 score lines on both sides, okay? So I'm keeping this in the landscape direction. So I'm going to cut this score line all the way across to that second score line. Here's the first, here's the second, okay? I have made this project before, like 4 years ago. So I'm like, okay, I need a project really quick. This is all new product. So although I've made this box before, it's been a coon's age. Okay, that's how it looks right now, okay? So we're gonna remove this panel here. We can save that for a future project. And then I'm going to cut this piece off too. Okay, that's how it looks right now. So I'm just going to repeat the same exact thing over here, okay? So I'm going to turn it over here and cut all the way across. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this second score line. It gets a little challenging holding it, but it's not hard. Oh, somebody asked how far the drive was. Oh, I didn't cut that very straight. Let me fix it real quick. It depends on how many times you stop. Typically about 10 hours. That's one of the reasons why I don't travel. I don't drive it very often anymore, because it's such a hard drive. You drive across the entire state of Missouri. Okay, so we're going to remove this little piece and this piece. Let me show you how it looks. So this section here, okay? And my 12 weeks of Halloween inspiration sheet will have the diagram. My inspiration sheet that I'll be sharing on my ChicnScratch Stamps Facebook group, it doesn't have the diagram because I just whipped this project out literally not even an hour ago. I don't even know how. Well, I know how. I prayed really quickly. I'm like, Lord, help me come up with a really cute project really quickly. Kim and I worked ourselves to death, literally, getting everything moved. Okay, this is how it looks at the moment, okay? And where is my adhesive? What we're gonna do, so adhesive here, and then we're gonna put adhesive here, and then from here down, okay? And we're gonna do that on both sides. So start at this score line here and go across. And my diagram, the template that I'm gonna be making for you, will show you where to put your adhesive. Ruh-roh. I better get this thing back on track. Okay, second score line. I ripped my paper. Grr! Come here, my liquid glue. Okay. So these tabs are going to fold in here. Okay. So that's how it looks. And then this is going to fold in like that. So hold that like that. And then we're going to fold this over. I just noticed that I ran adhesive past the edge of my paper. So we're going to fold this that way. And then fold this way. Hopefully I'm in the camera. And then press. So here's our box, okay? See? The bats are going in the right direction, and that's how it stands. So now we're gonna take this little bat. He's not little, he's big. He's the big one. So we're gonna place him down here. And I'm gonna use my black dimensionals. And we're gonna add him first, because he's so big. He's almost too big. That it's best to put him first. So there he is. And then we're gonna add this one. Let's see. I don't think I messed up my adhesive. Nope, I didn't. I'm gonna add this in the middle. Hopefully straight. So this is gonna get added right about there. And I'm not gonna pop it up because my bats are popped up, okay? Now, before we add the little bat, I'm gonna get our treat. So let me get we're gonna put a mini black dimensional on the back of the little bat, and then we're gonna set it aside for a second. And now we're gonna take 2 ribbons. We're taking the metallic mesh and the black organdy, and we're gonna use this 6x9 printed gusseted bag. Yes, I have used it a lot this season, but that's because our paper and I think our stamps just really work. I was at Sam's this weekend. My sister and I went, and they do still sell these Rice Krispie treats in bulk. So they have, I think, either 3 or 4 colors. Definitely 3. For some reason, I thought there was a 4th. I don't know. Anyway, so Rice Krispie treats. And you can add more candy, but I'm not going to because I'm kind of saving it. Okay, so I'm just going to take both of these ribbons and put them together. Put that over there. There we go. Okay. I like combining these ribbons. I think I did it once before, but then I took the project apart and I didn't follow through with it. Or maybe I did. Who knows? I'm kind of sort of talking to myself and y'all at the same time. Okay, let's tighten this up. And then tie our bow. If I used just the metallic mesh, it was almost too light. Like you almost couldn't see the ribbon. Clearly I need to put more candy in there, but like I said, I'm not. My sister ate all the Heath bars this weekend. That's like my husband and her's favorite. You know, you get those assorted bags of candy and they have all sorts of, but they only put like a couple of the Heath bars for some reason. Okay, so this little guy's going to go in there like that. See how pretty that it looks with two different ribbons? And then we're going to take the little bat and add it right up here. Okay, so what do you think? Cute, right? Now let me show you the one I made earlier. Did I change anything? I don't think so. I think I just, yeah, they look the same. See? Super cute. Yes, Reese cups will fit in here too. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, thank y'all. Good night.